Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're gonna kind of unpack like the whole Chris Brown thing.
Ooh, yeah.
His career and the reactions, especially from his fans,
Right.
given some serious allegations against him.
Yeah, that's a big one.
We've got news articles, court documents, even like some social media stuff. It's a lot.
Sounds juicy.
Ready to get into it?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
It's always fascinating. It's not just about one artist.
All right.
It gets into like what fandom is, how we separate the art from the artist.
Yeah.
Especially when you get serious accusations, it all gets tangled.
Totally. So like everyone knows Chris Brown.
Oh, yeah.
Huge success, crazy talented.
For sure.
But yeah, his career has been kind of messy with all these legal things for years now.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to start with something, I guess, relatively recent, December 2020,
Okay.
on Diddy's yacht in Miami.
Wild.
So the story here from a woman who was there is that she's invited on board, has some drinks provided by Chris Brown,
Oh.
and then things get, scary.
Yeah. What happened?
She claims she starts feeling really out of it.
Like drugged.
Disoriented, yeah, and that's when the alleged assault happens.
In a bedroom on the yacht.
On the yacht, yeah.
Wow.
And there's this detail that always gets me.
What's that?
She says after it happens, Chris Brown uses her phone
Oh, no.
to text himself.
Like what?
The message was, most girls, I think, would be happy, and then I didn't want that. This is not what I wanted.
That's chilling.
Right, like what is that?
It's like he's trying to, like, control the story.
Yeah, or create this fake sense of consent.
Exactly.
So she files a lawsuit, but it gets dismissed in 2022.
Why? What happened?
Lack of prosecution.
Interesting.
Which, and this is important, doesn't automatically mean she's lying.
Right. People assume dropping a lawsuit equals innocence,
Yeah,
but that's not how it works at all.
not at all.
Think about it. You're dealing with the trauma, then the pressure of the case,
Yeah,
maybe facing someone with way more resources.
it's a lot.
It's huge,
Yeah. Totally understandable why someone wouldn't want to go through with it.
Even if it's true.
Even if it's true, yeah.
It's like David and Goliath.
Totally.
And that power dynamic, we're going to see that come up again
Oh, for sure.
a lot.
So 2020, disturbing enough, but this goes back even further.
Oh, wow.
Got to rewind to 2016, an incident with Lisa Gutierrez.
Okay, what happened there?
This one allegedly takes place in a Las Vegas hotel room.
After a show.
After one of his shows, yeah.
Okay.
Gutierrez says she was invited there and that she noticed Brown acting weird.
Weird how?
No details there, just weird.
Mhm.
So she decides to take a picture of him.
With her phone.
Yeah, just a quick pic.
Okay.
And according to her, that's when he punches her in the face.
Oh, my God.
Just like the 2020 case, she sued him. And once again, settled privately.
So we have two cases settled out of court.
We do.
This raises a huge question.
What's that?
How are these settlements impacting these women?
You mean their ability to speak out?
Ex
It could create like a chilling effect, right?
Totally. Other potential accusers might be discouraged.
If they see the previous cases just ended quietly.
Quietly and quickly.
Yeah, it makes you wonder, is there real accountability happening?
Or is it just PR? Avoiding a trial.
And then you add that power dynamic back
That
in.
makes you think.
It really does.
And these aren't even the only accusations, right?
Oh, yeah. What about Karrueche Tran?
His ex.
She got a 5-year restraining order against him.
That's serious.
Back in 2017, alleging verbal A&D physical abuse.
Wow.
Even presented texts as evidence, like threatening messages.
So this wasn't just a bad breakup.
No.
This is serious.
It paints a consistent picture, doesn't it?
It really does.
A pattern.
Yeah, it really does. And yet, Chris Brown is still making music. He's still got this huge following.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's where it gets interesting, right? How do you reconcile all this with millions of people still loving his music?
Well, I think you have to understand fandom, like the psychology of it. These aren't just casual listeners. For a lot of them, it's deep, emotional.
Yeah.
It's like, think about your favorite artist.
Oh, totally.
You connect with their music. It's personal. It's part of your life,
Absolutely.
your memories, everything.
It's
You
true.
build up this image of them, and it's hard to let go, even when things get messy.
It is. It's like you don't want to believe it.
Exactly.
You've invested so much.
And then you add in this thing, psychologists call it parasocial relationships.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that.
It's like this intimacy, almost like friendship, with a celebrity you've never met.
It's weird, right?
It's one-sided, but it can be so strong.
so strong.
So imagine someone you feel that connected to,
Yeah.
is accused of something awful.
It's easier to just dismiss it.
Right. Easier to say it's not true than to face that, like, cognitive dissonance.
We're protecting your own image of them.
Yeah, because it's tied to your own enjoyment, your memories.
Makes sense.
And then on top of that, you've got people justifying it,
Yeah.
saying he was young, everyone makes mistakes,
The classic separate the art from the artist.
which can be valid sometimes,
Yeah.
but not when the accusations are about their behavior, their treatment of others.
Especially when there's a pattern.
Right, exactly.
And let's not forget social media, the echo chamber.
Oh, huge.
You surround yourself with people who agree with you.
Reinforce your beliefs.
You can't even see the other side,
And you might even attack anyone who criticizes your idol.
which just makes it worse.
Totally, it's tribal. Like, you're defending your tribe
Your musical family.
against the outsiders.
Okay, but not all his fans are in denial, right?
Almost not. You see comments from fans who are conflicted,
Like they acknowledge it's serious.
but they're struggling to let go of the music.
It's that inner conflict. Can I still enjoy this knowing what I know?
It's tough, and there's no easy answer.
There really isn't.
But it is a conversation we need to have.
Yeah.
It's about accountability, not just for Chris Brown, for the whole industry.
It makes you wonder how these allegations and the fact that he's still so popular.
How is that impacting the music industry itself?
Are things changing? Are people speaking out more?
I don't know.
Well, there's this documentary the ID Network did, Chris Brown, A History of Violence.
Oh, I saw that.
It went deep into these allegations, beyond the headlines.
Documentaries like that can be powerful.
They force you to confront stuff,
Yeah, to really think critically.
your own perceptions.
It probably sparked a lot of debate.
It did, among his supporters and his critics.
It asks that question.
What?
What am I willing to accept?
Where's the line between art and artist?
It makes you think about the media too, right?
How they shape public opinion.
Are they giving him too much attention?
Or are they holding him accountable?
It's a tough balance.
It is, and it keeps evolving as new information comes out.
As things change,
Yeah,
I feel like even with all these sources, we've only scratched the surface.
it's true.
This whole Chris Brown situation,
Yeah.
it's just this tangled mess.
It really is.
Yeah.
Legal battles, conflicting stories, fans who are like ride or die.
Mm-hmm. Fiercely loyal.
It's messy.
It is, and it's not just about him,
Right.
This speaks to something bigger, artists and their fans.
That power dynamic.
Exactly, and accountability. Like, where does that fit in?
We've talked about these specific accusations against Chris Brown,
Right?
but we see this with other artists too.
All the time.
It always starts this huge debate.
It does, and that's why these deep dives are so important.
You think so?
I do. They force us to confront things, uncomfortable truths.
Make us think about our own values.
Yeah, like, can we really separate the art from the artist?
Where's the line?
And what about us as consumers? What's our responsibility?
It's easy to get caught up in the music.
Totally.
Idolize these people.
But we can't forget, there's a human side to all this.
These accusations, they involve real people.
Real pain.
It's not just gossip.
No, it's about holding people accountable.
No matter how famous they are, how talented.
And that's where it gets tough, right?
Yeah.
How do we balance loving the music with needing justice, accountability?
Do you boycott the artist?
Do you separate the art from the person? It's hard.
That's no easy answer.
And what about the music industry itself?
Oh, that's a whole other can of worms.
Do they have a responsibility?
Or do they just look the other way to protect their profits? Probably a bit of both.
Some say record labels, streaming services, they should be more active.
Holding artists accountable.
But others say it's not their place, Personal matters.
It's tricky, but it does feel like there's more of a movement now.
There is, for transparency, for accountability.
We see more artists speaking out about abuse.
More fans demanding action.
The media's shining a light on it more.
It's slow, but it feels like the conversation is shifting.
So after all this, after this deep dive,
Yeah,
where do we go from here?
that's the question, isn't it?
We've looked at the allegations, the fan reaction.
Bigger picture, the industry.
What does it all mean for you, the listener?
That's what matters.
We've given you the information, the context.
The different sides.
Now it's up to you to decide how you feel.
How you want to engage with this moving forward.
Do you still listen to Chris Brown?
Do you boycott?
Do you use this to, learn more about accountability in the industry?
It's your choice.
Yeah, it really is.
But the important thing is, we keep talking about this.
Keep pushing for change.
And never forget the human side of it all.
This deep dive might be over.
But the conversation isn't.
Thank you for joining us.
Keep questioning, Keep exploring.
And keep demanding better.